My name is Daniel Kibblesmith, and I am the writer of New Warriors #1.
Hey Daniel, I'm your editor. Glad we can get together on this project. So, why don't you show me what you got so far and we can get started.
So because the New Warriors are the authority figures in this story, they have to be mentoring new Warriors.
Hold on. Go back. Yeah, that's not going to work for me. Namorita is supposed to look like a fitness model, so we're going to need a redesign here. And what's going on with Rage? He's got kind eyes. A character with the name Rage shouldn't have eyes like a Disney princess, my guy. Did you even read the original New Warriors?
I got interested in the New Warriors later. I remember.
Never mind. Move on.
In this story, they have to be mentoring new Warriors who are under 21 and subject to the laws that triggered the outlawed event. This new law is making it illegal to be a vigilante under the age of 21.
Ooh boy. First of all, I'm not loving the storyline. It's just a weird version of the original Civil War plot, but less compelling and relevant. This is a new super team introduction, so just keep it simple. You know, bad guys want to shape a new generation of superpowered people in their own image. The new Warriors stop them and then take the kids on as proteges. So, you know, easy peasy. Then you can focus more on developing the characters. Speaking of which, you've got a lot of explaining to do right here because, oof.
The artist on New Warriors #1 is Luciano Vecchio. He designed all of the new Warriors. So the first character that we're introduced to is Trailblazer. She's a group home and foster kid.
Nope. No. You and Luciano need to understand that comics is a visual medium. It's intended to inspire fan emulation. Nobody wants to cosplay as somebody shaped like an avocado, okay? There are ways to do a bigger character that's still attractive. Figure it out. Does she at least have a cool power set?
She inherited from her grandfather a magic backpack of divine origin.
Magic backpack? Okay, you know, we can work with this. Hold on. How about something more like an ancient Aztec bag that will produce any weapon she can think of? But maybe her violent childhood makes it difficult for her to use. So now, here's a hint of an interesting backstory. We're establishing potential conflict for her being on a super team in the first place, and we're setting her up for some character growth. Doesn't have to be that, but definitely closer than that, whatever it is you said. And definitely change the name. When you think of the name Trailblazer, this isn't what you think of. Maybe Depot or Cash or Armory. Okay, who's next?
Screen time is a internet kid taken to its sort of logical conclusion. As a youth, he was exposed to his grandfather's experimental internet gas, and that has patched him permanently into the World Wide Web.
Ha! The World Wide Web? When does this take place? 1997? Wait a minute. What did you say before? He was exposed to what?
His grandfather's experimental internet gas.
Do you think the internet runs on... You know what? Never mind. Let's see. Let's say he ingested some quantum computing nano devices, and they're clustered at his brainstem. This visor design is way too close to Cyclops. We need something unique. It's the whole point of having new characters, isn't it? Maybe something with a big screen on it. I don't know. His deal will be that while he has 24/7 access to the sum total of human knowledge, he lacks the wisdom and experience to know what to do with it, because that pretty much describes, all of Gen Z at this point. And you'd think it might be a strain on his mind, so maybe he's also dealing with mental illness, or maybe a slow descent into madness that could make for a fun future storyline. You know, you remember fun, right?
Snowflake and Safe Space are the twins. Safe Space is kind of a big, burly, sort of stereotypical jock.
No, he isn't. For clarity, stereotypical jock, experimental interpretive dance instructor. If jock is part of his character, lean into it. Character design, name, powers, all of it. Just spitballing here, but I'm seeing a big dreadlocked star running back, okay? He scores the touchdowns and gets the adulation. He gets the girls. He's used to the spotlight. But his power to create a solid energy construct to protect others puts him strictly in a support role, covering the blind side. Hey, that's what we'll call him, blind side. He's in the background where he doesn't want to be, and that makes things interesting. Now, tell me about the sister. The sister is...
Snowflake is non-binary and goes by they, them.
You're serious?
Snowflake has the power to generate individual crystallized snowflake-shaped shurikens.
Well, the power doesn't suck too bad, but we'll have to match her up better to her brother and veer away from that name. I mean, you might think Snowflake and Safe Space as hero names is freaking hilarious and will piss off the right people, but comics are supposed to be fun for everybody. The people you're trying to piss off won't buy it because it's stupid, and the people who will retweet the announcement won't buy it because they're not actually fans. Where was I? Right. We're fixing Snowflake here. Fractal. Fractal is probably a better name. Anything is probably a better name. But she makes energy constructs like her brother, except only for herself and only offensive sort of weapons like shuriken and swords and knives and whatnot. So she's quiet and bookish, making her exactly the opposite of what she'll have to be to use her powers effectively as a hero. So she'll be getting that frontline spotlight that her brother craves, and she doesn't want it, so, work with that. Looks like there's one more, right?
B negative is the goth kid. When he was a baby, he got a rogue life-saving blood transfusion, we assume from Michael Morbius. And now he has a very similar look and very similar vampire powers.
A vampire goth kid? We're back in 1997 again with this stuff. Be more interesting. Make him from a religious family, maybe a Orthodox Jew or Muslim, or anything where messing around with blood is taboo or unclean. So instead of being some wannabe rebel with a thing for black nail polish, he's got some real pathos.
B negative also is obviously a pun.
And also obviously dumb. Call him Bloodborne, and have his teammates give him the nickname B negative since he's probably not the happiest kid. Problem solved. I gotta be honest, man, these character designs don't give me much confidence in this book. I mean, it's one thing to play with the current year tropes and whatnot, but you can't orient a whole book on things that'll be forgotten in 18 months. Don't you want to produce something timeless? Something a parent can share with their kids in 20 years and it be relevant to both of them?
I don't think we're worried about being dated. I think we're way more interested about it being now.
Get out.